Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Mr. Arshad Mahmood Kamar, Lecturer Science Education Department, and I welcome you in a session regarding criterion referred assessment. In this today's lecture, you student will be able to tell why there is a need of criterion referred assessment, and then you will be able to define norm referred assessment, and then you will be able to define criterion referred assessment by purpose, then describe purpose of CRA, criterion referred assessment. You will also be able to tell interpretation of scores, how scores are interpreted in this type of assessment, then visualize diagnostic value of CRA, then spell variation in scores, then you will be able to find the validity of criterion referred assessment, then what type of items are included in it, then how items are selected or what are the criteria for selection of items, then applicability to school subject, role in education, logical interference, and at the end some limitations of criterion referred assessment. Let us move forward. Now, why criterion referred assessment? This type of assessment was developed in the response of norm referred assessment, where in norm referred assessment the achievement of the students was compared among the students of a group, particular group, and for a particular subject. So, norm referred assessment was actually, the purpose of norm assessment was to compare and discriminate individuals who are assessed. So, comparison and discrimination. It aimed at high variability among scores to maximize this discrimination. For example, if the range of the scores of the performance of the student was between 0 to 80, this means there is range of 80. So, variability is very higher and longer. Now, this due to some reasons of norm based testing, norm based assessment, criterion referred assessment was introduced and came into existence. Now, the definition of criterion referred assessment by purpose is to evaluate the achievement of pupils or students relative to an established criteria of performance. Now, from where this criteria comes? As you can see that there are standards and student learning outcomes. Those student learning outcomes are inferred from those standards given in the national curriculum. If students are able to achieve all those SLOs and then attain that standard is the prescribed criteria, then we say that criterion referred assessment has been implemented. Interpretation of scores. Now, in this type of testing and assessment process, how scores are interpreted? The scores indicate the level of a child's mastery of a given objective. It does not refer to a distribution of scores by other people. When we conduct criterion referred assessment, we do not compare one student from the other student, rather as done in the norm referred testing or norm referred assessment, rather we compare the achievement of the students with the set criteria and set goals which are in the form of SLOs, student learning outcomes and they are behavioral objectives. Then what is its diagnostic value? You know that in criterion referred assessment, the attainment of the standard and meeting the criteria is the requirement in this type of assessment. Hence, how this type of assessment can be done according to Bloom's mastery learning, that in the chronological steps of the teaching and instruction, the students are told first that the objectives are defined in the behavioral term, that students will be able to define, able to explore, able to perform, able to tell, able to compare, so and so. So, when to reach up to that criteria, they need a certain level. For example, they have to master the concept. During instruction and during assessment, if some anomaly or weakness is identified, that weakness or anomaly helps the instructor and programmer or planner to recover the deficiencies. So, the diagnostic aspect and diagnostic value of criterion assessment is there, that we diagnose the problems of the students and then we take remedial actions if they are necessary. Then variation in scores. Usually, you know that in norm refer testing, in contrast to norm refer testing, when each and every teacher tries to master any concept by using any type of instructional method, student also try to achieve that criteria. So, variation among the achievement level of the students become less, but when students are to compare within the group as in norm referred assessment, the range of variability is very larger. The variability is very relatively low, could be a useful test even if no differences between students are observed. For example, if we give you a test which is developed on the basis of criterion referred procedures and you all get more than 80% marks, this means there will be very less variation in your scores. The reason is that in criterion out of you each and every person tried to get maximum marks through this system. Hence, there is very low reliability. Now, here you know that reliability is very important characteristic of assessment, any type of assessment. In criterion based assessment, reliability is tested. Reliability, when we use any kind of test time and again, and that test gives you same results time and again, whether and again by comparing the mastery level of the students or non-mastery level of the students, by using that particular test we find reliability. So, when you were taught about the characteristic of assessment, the complete procedure how to find reliability was told to you, and I think that if you need some, because in your research courses you will find reliability and validity of your tools, testing tools. So, it is very important that you study more about reliability, but here the purpose was only to tell you that in criterion referred assessment, reliability is very important to find out. Then comes validity. In validity is checked by comparing the actual content of each item with the statement of the objective. So, when any criterion referred test is developed and we put it before the experts to find out validity, the procedure is they find the relation among any type of test with the criteria. Criteria mean prescribed objective. Is that test able to measure the achievement of those objectives or not? For example, if objectives are given some more and we are testing the ability in any other area, that test will be valid or not valid, that will be not valid. So, the criteria is here in this statement that the person who is going to validate that test or that tool, he will see, he or she will see that whether the test items are matching or coinciding with the prescribed objectives or not. Then there are types of items in test. Each objective, you know that it depends upon the type of objective and then how that objective can be achieved, what type of instructional method will be used to achieve that objective. Keeping these things in view, the type of item is selected. Type of item is selected. If any certain mastery level cannot be achieved by MCQs, then you have to go to another type of question or test item or statement which have more ability to measure the performance of the students. Each objective has a number of very similar items designed to test a narrowly defined skill or concept. Now, this is the structure of the test item, that in any test item there is very close relation with the skill, test item and objective. They are narrowly connected with each other. Then selection of items to make up test. What type of items you will select? As in previous slide, I was telling you that the type of instruction, type of objective, behavioral objective, the type of content to which the students are getting mastery or non-mastery, all these things are kept in mind. Items tend to be easier and spread of correct responses is relatively small. The spread of correct responses means that there is close relationship in the options, but they are not interrelated with each other. There are now you will learn how to develop any test item. Complete criteria is given how to develop test item for criterion referred assessment. I refer you to study that particular content. Application to school subjects. It is useful only in those subjects where objectives have been stated. Objectives can be stated. You know that there are certain subjects for which, for example, in affective domain of the Bloom's taxonomy, a hierarchy of the objectives, it is very difficult to measure the behavioral changes, interest of the student, beliefs of the students and other things by using this type of criterion referred testing, because these are due to the modifications and temporarily modified behaviors of the student. So, where they are applicable in school subject, now I think that all the subjects have a clear description of achievable objectives in the curriculum. So, we can take those objectives for help for the development of the criterion referred assessment or testing. Now, what is its role in education? It also become a limitation as well. Afterwards, we will discuss about it in evaluating the absolute success of instruction. Whether the instruction which was selected to achieve a particular criteria, was it fit or not for the achievement of that particular objective. Then in decisions as to the speed at which children are to be allowed to progress through fixed sequence of instruction. There it is also one of the limitation that in classroom we use a particular instructional method, maybe that instruction method is unable to cater the speed of learning. For example, here in this type of assessment, mastery learning, mastery level of learning is focus, that whether any person have achieved certain criteria or not. So, maybe while you as a teacher have to be much serious and sensitive while selecting the instructional method. It is due to the difference in psychology, difference in intelligence IQ level, and there are so many other factors which are hurdle in the learning, and that is called learning pace. Learning, for example, there is a person who can learn a particular concept in 10 minutes, but there are some students who are unable to get mastery over that particular concept within 10 minutes. Maybe they will take 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So, this type of decision, that what is the speed of the learning of the students for their progress or for the acquiring of the mastery level. Third is an individualized instruction and assessment of readiness. Here, keeping in view the drawback or the type of instructional method which is equally applicable for all type of students who are sitting, definitely students have individual differences. Individualized instruction and assessment of readiness. For what we do, we put special stress to make those students who are lacking behind or their pace of learning is very slow, to make them ready, even for learning process and further for assessment. Now, there are limitations of criterion referred assessment. It can only be applied, as we have read in previous slides, where criteria has been set through stated objectives, and then second thing is mastery learning. Now, here again I am going to tell you that what is mastery learning. Mastery learning is the level of learning at which each and every individual student has got maximum level to achieve the criteria which have been prescribed in the objectives of the content or any subject. There are limitations in criterion based referred as well as in norm referred testing or norm referred assessment, definitely. Still, these two objections have not been removed still, because nothing have been done regarding this type of. No, diversity, we cannot avoid diversity, we cannot avoid the different learning paces of the students. So, there is much work yet to be done, that what are the tools which we can use to make each and every students learn at the same pace, यानी एक ही स्पीड पे उनकी लर्निंग हो रही हो. Teacher had tried in the past, in the history, to make up these deficiencies, but there are so many eclectic method of teaching can be used to minimize this limitation, that for example this person individualized instructional method, individualized, that what is the need of this individual, what is the need of this individual. Again, when we use individualized instructional method, some other problems take place, that there are some students who got the mastery level and they are promoted in the next step, but there are some students who so there is problem of equity and equality. You know that equity is also a concept, it is need based provision of anything, but equality is that each and every person should be treated equally. For example, one instructional method will be used, then there will be learning difference, no mastery will be attained at all. So nowadays what is the final method which I propose you to use in your classroom, that is use norm referred and criterion referred assessment criteria in a mixed up way, and use do not stick on one teaching method, rather you use mixed teaching method, use mixed teaching method. तो मेरा ख्याल है कि आपको इस वक्त तक क्राइटेरियन रेफर्ड असेसमेंट के हवाले से कुछ चीज़ें पता चल गई हैं कि इसकी क्या प्रोज हैं और क्या कॉन्स हैं, कौन कौन से कंसेप्ट हम इसमें लेते हैं, वैलिडिटी कैसे मालूम करते हैं, रिलायबिलिटी कैसे मालूम करते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच.